Video we are going to start with the basics of HTML. So I have already created a file which is basics.html. Let me open it up in my Visual Studio Code editor. So first of all, I will be writing here the whole structure of the HTML file. Then one after the other, I will be telling you the proper information that why that is used and what's the role into this HTML file. So whenever you are writing any specific HTML file, first of all you have to mention the comment. So here we are understanding HTML structure, right? So after that you have to mention the document type. So doc type HTML. Then after you are mentioning here the HTML tag, inside of it we have head tag, then inside of it we have title tag. So we have the title here, then we will be having a body tag. Inside of it I am writing here h1 tag, this is called as heading. Then after we have a paragraph tag and we are writing here paragraph, right? So if we will be running this specific file onto the browser, then what will be the output? So here is the output, which is heading, paragraph, and the title is over here. This is on the tab, right? So this was the basic structure that I have defined. So let me show you what's the role of that. Means each of the tag which we have used here, let me make you understand. So first of all we have written the comment, and this is for the readability. For example, if someone is opening your file, then he will definitely able to understand the whole motive of that specific file by reading that comment, right? So this is the role of comment. Then after we have doc type HTML. So it means that your document type is HTML5. So you know that whenever the browser read your file, then at that moment if you have defined doc type, then it would be easier for browser to identify your document type, right? Then we have, but nowadays we have Google Chrome that is too smart. If you are not writing this, then it automatically understand that this is HTML5, right? Then we have the HTML tag. So this is actually the root element of an HTML file, HTML page, right? Everything would be enclosed into this element, this HTML tag. We have a head tag inside of HTML tag. So the role of head tag is to contain the meta information. So what does meta? Meta means information about the data. So for example, you are writing here, you wanted to write some SEO keywords, and that would be that you can write inside of the head tag in the form of meta tag, right? So then we also sometimes use viewport size. So this is actually useful for designing purpose. So at that moment, this is also the information of the data, right? So this also contains inside the HTML, inside the head tag. Then we have some description, which is also important for SEO, and we have character set. So character set means, for example, there are some characters. For example, if you are mentioning UTF-8, so it means almost every character would be included into that specific file, and your browser could able to understand it. So if you are not using UTF-8, then it might be the case that there are some characters like emojis, right? So if you are using emoji, then if you have mentioned HTML UTF-8 character set, then it would be easier for browser to understand that because you have mentioned the character set which has almost every type of character range, right? So then after we have the title tag. So this title I already shown you that on the tab right here, whatever would be shown over here, this you can customize inside the title tag. Then we have the body tag. So body tag is whatever would be visible onto your page, that would be inside of body tag. Then we have H1 tag. This is the large heading, and P tag means paragraph tag, right? If you are writing multiple lines, then you should write all those lines inside the paragraph tag. So let's do something more. So we have actually 6 type of heading, right? So I already mentioned the H1 tag, which is the largest heading. We have H2 tag, which is heading 2, smaller than H1. Then we have H3, which is smaller than H2, and then we have H4. This is also heading but smaller than heading 3. We have H5. This is also heading but smaller than heading 4. Then we have H6. This is also heading but smaller than H5. So let me run this into my browser. So if you will see over here, this is the heading 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you can see the size has been reduced according to the number increasing. Sometimes we confuse with the tags and element. So here is the simple example which from where we can understand the difference between element and a tag. So tag is actually this specific angular bracket. Inside of it we have put P, for example, here to mention the paragraph. So this is the opening tag and this is the closing tag, and inside of it we have written some content, and the whole bunch of thing is considered as the element. So you always have to understand that what is element and what is opening tag. So if someone is asking you the question that what is the difference between both of them, then you can give the example something like this. So this will be more convenient for the other person to understand.